So I literally had a meltdown. Hello there! I just watched my sister's video about how we had to jump through so many hoops to get to Nigeria. And it made me think about that one time I literally had a meltdown. If you watch her video, I'll link it up here. She talks about the visa process, and there was a lot going on there. And I've done a visa to China, but I use a middleman service. So they did all of the running around, and I just had to supply the documents, and that was it. But this time is different. It was a personal trip, so we all had to do the work on our own. And first of all, I don't know why these agencies are so spread out. Why don't they make it easy to get to them? Anyway, there's only one on the West Coast. So she lives on the East, so she talked about how they went to Atlanta. I had to go to LA. I live in Oregon. So I had to plan a trip down to LA to go and take care of the visa. I also had to find the vaccine, which she mentions as well. I had to go up to Portland for that. So these are like hours of travel time. But finally I had all that done. So I went to the visa place, I turned everything in. The guy that did my visa hit on me the whole time. It was actually pretty comedic. It's this little office. It's kind of like a hole in the wall. It looks very sus, like very suspicious. Like, what is this business? What are they gonna do with my passport? But everything worked out, so it's fine. And I had other family members that had gone through that agency, so I knew it was fine. But if this was my first time and I didn't know anyone else that had done this, I probably would have been very, very worried. Anyway, we got all the visa stuff done. He said he could get it expedited. But at the time, there was no extra fee for that. They had taken away that service. So it was more just kind of like who you know, if they could send an email to someone to kind of push it. I told them that it was for my granddad's funeral. And so that was why we had not gotten a chance to do this earlier. And so he promised it would be expedited. And my plane ticket, I needed it to be there. He said it would be expedited. I think it was gonna be 10 days. And so I'm waiting for my passport to come with my visa in it, waiting. And I get like the tracking information, and it's supposed to come the day before I fly out. So I'm fine with that. Anyway, so I'm waiting. It was actually Valentine's Day, the day before I left. So me and my husband, we went to go relax. He took me to go snow sledding. It was really fun. It was a great day. Then we came back and I was waiting for my visa. I'm tracking it. It's not here. What is going on? I go to the post office that's nearby because it's through USPS. Why? Why are they using USPS? I don't ever use USPS unless I absolutely have to, which was in this case. Anyway, so I get there and the office is closed, and I'm like sitting outside of the car crying because the package has still not arrived. They closed the office. I'm just kind of sitting out there looking at like the little post office trucks coming in, thinking, can I just rifle through there? It might be in there. Is it in there? So I call customer service. I get a bunch of runaround, but eventually the answer is that they don't know where it is. They don't know. No one knows. It's somewhere between where I am and Portland. We don't know. We don't know if it's gonna come tomorrow. We don't know. We don't know where it is. But I thought it was supposed to be expedited.
Yeah, we can give you a % off on your next.
Like, why would I wanna ship with them after this? I'm like, no, but I need help now. Like, I need it now. Like, I need to get to my grandfather's funeral. I've already bought my plane ticket. They couldn't do anything. So the next day, so I had to change my flight, all this stuff. I changed it to 2 days later. So then I went to the post office the next day and I talked to them, and they told me who the guy was delivering it. They gave me his phone number, and then I called him. He told me when he was gonna be there. when he called me, I went down and got it because I live on a dorm, so in a dorm at a school, so I had to go down to the office and it was in my hands. Now the breakdown part happened the night before when I was talking to the customer service people. Like, I literally freaked out in the parking lot, and I live at a school. So I'm talking to the lady on the phone, my husband's in the car with me, my baby's in the back seat, and I'm just like crying. And I don't cry like that, but I was just so disappointed. It was so much work, so much struggle, and then somebody dropped the ball. Like, it was out of my control. I couldn't do it. And I just felt like, you know, I was a failure. Like, maybe if I would have been waiting there for it, but there was nothing I could have done. Like, I got out of the car, I threw my phone across the parking lot, I was screaming and crying. It was so hilarious looking back because there was a basketball game inside, but no one was outside but me and my family. So no one knew that I was literally freaking out outside. Like, literally one of my students could have came out and saw me like freaking melting down, crying. Like, my phone is in the bushes somewhere, my husband's trying to find it. It was so stressful. So the moral of the story is that you cannot depend on USPS. Another thing is that when you're doing your visa, always get some cushion time between. This has happened to me twice now. First, when I went to China, we had to rebook our tickets twice because of the visa, and because I was worried we weren't going to get to orientation, but then now I know that doesn't matter. Like, I just need to wait. But the new country we're going to go to, I made sure that they're going to buy our tickets. They're going to take care of that. So I'm just letting them do that. But yeah, anyway, so thanks for making your video. Miss you, Chels. And I hope I can see you soon. And I hope we get to go back to Nigeria. Hopefully, if not this coming up year, then the next year. Anyway, miss you bunches. See you next time.